Hey, good morning. It's Big Paul. If you're new to the channel, standing over here by my granite. Beautiful morning. Sun's a little bright. About 70, I don't know, 72 and sunny. We got a project for the day. I want you guys to check this out. Well, we're going to work on the old cruise liner today. She's in her spot like usual. But today, I'm going to pull that wheel apart, pull that brake apart. I got a new drum we're going to be putting on there. I got some wheel studs in case we break any. But I want you guys to see the situation here we got going on. We got a wheel seal leaking. Look at how nasty and wet stuff is there inside of that wheel assembly, brake assembly. Pretty bad. It's been leaking for a long time. So we're going to get that taken apart. Now this side I just worked on and put the new drum on. Went together just fine. We're also going to be changing these Peterbilt Air Ride bushings go inside of there. I'm going to be doing all four of them, but we got to start with this side. The one right down there we're going to be changing out. So you guys get to check it out. We get set up. Okay, we're back. Well, that was only a marathon. We got the frame jacked up back here, sitting on a jack stand. We got the axle jacked up, sitting on a jack over here. Now we can take these wheels off the truck, tires off the truck. And move on to working on the brakes. That's the brakes. Well, actually I'm gonna do the suspension bushing first. And then we'll work on the brakes. But I can't get to that bolt with these tires on here. So we're gonna take it apart. Okay, well, you guys seen how that went. Had to get the torch out. What a mess. Look at the slime, grime, I don't know what you call that stuff. That's on the inside of that rim. Whoo, look at that. Look at that wheel seal. This thing needs some major cleaning. I don't even think we're gonna be salvaging those drums. But now we can work on the bushing. Do some scraping, do some cleaning. Yeah, check this out too. It's always something interesting. We took this, we got one nut, inner nut and outer nut that are stuck together. So I'm gonna take them apart. Never fails. See from this side, didn't come out. There's those, there's that one. So yeah, just take that apart. I got a little special tool, a little dog bone we use to put on the nut. But it's a pain in the butt, but we'll get it. Anyways, we get set up. We're gonna get ready to work on that bushing. Okay, everybody, here's where we're at. I gotta go get parts. I don't think I'm gonna have that wheel seal, but we'll know after I take it out. This is the bushing and the bushing kit. All new hardware that goes right there. We're going to put that in. But I need to take this apart because it's Saturday and the parts stores are only open till noon, 1 o'clock. So I got to go get parts. I can put that on later. So right now we're going to pull this axle, pull this drum. Actually, pull the drum first, pull the axle, pull the hub, get to the wheel seal, and probably also get some brake shoes. I have a drum. So that's where we're at. Let me get started. I got to hit this thing with a hammer. So cover your ears. Well, that's after I back the brake off. Let me go underneath there and do that. And we'll get it taken apart. Okay, we got the back brake off without much, or backed off. So we can get these, where'd my hammer go? There it is. So we can get this drum off. Hold your ears. We're back to this. Brake's backed off. Got to knock it off. Oh, not coming easy. Come on. Whew. Can you believe it? Wow. These drums have been on here a long time. No movement. Man. Unbelievable. Just making sure there ain't no, you got these little pockets where you can put in a, like a set screw, but they're not in there. Nobody uses them. They're totally unnecessary. Whew. Last one was the same way. I actually beat it until I cracked the drum. Then it came off. Whew. But got broken stud, wheel seal, oil saturated brake shoes. It's got to come off. No two ways about it. Man. Well, I think I cracked this drum through. Right there. They're all going to crack. There it goes. See it pop off? Once the crack, whew, got all the way there. Check this out. You guys got to see this. These drums, I'm telling you, look at them, man. They're schmutz. Look at them. Cracked the whole drum to get it off before it loosened up. What a disaster. That's why I bought another one. All right. Whew. Let's pull it off. See what we got behind door number 2. All right, let's see if we can see this now. That don't look too bad. Whew. Remember this one. There's the wheel seal pouring out. Can't believe that. Well, the good thing is, the drum's junk anyways. Heat cracked. I cracked it on the bottom too. Scrap pile. Look at that. We got a little bit of a mess to clean up here. Let's get this out of the way. Whew. Wow. See what happens is, see right here, these drums get seized on. This is an aluminum hub with a steel drum. Right in here, all that dust. Oh yeah. That's the stuff. And against this face too. There's a little bit of that going on. But surprisingly, a lot of that oil got behind here. It just didn't get all the way down to the corner where it was stuck. Wow. What a mess. You guys got to see this. Terrible. Terrible. Look at this mess we got to clean up. Look at this. Think that wheel seal been leaking a while? That's how you get wheel fires and brake fires. Get a wheel seal leaking like that. All right, well, we got to take this apart. Oh, because like I said, I got to get some parts. Take these brake shoes off. What a mess. Wow. I bet you this thing, look at that. Bet that thing's been leaking for years. That thing could have been leaking for 10 years. I got to get something to put this in or I'm going to have a huge mess. Well, actually, maybe I'll start putting it on a paper towel. Because, seriously, you know where this is leading. To a monster. I'll spend more time cleaning the mess up on my shop than it is to fix the thing. Wow. Huh. Just trying to find the springs so I can take the shoes off. That's how covered they are. Wow. And schmutz. All right. Hold tight. Well, somebody put those in wrong. Huh, wow. Well, somebody put the springs in wrong. They probably had no idea how to install this. You would have put them in hooked the other way, but I wasn't there when they installed it. Oh boy. Problem is, the way they install it, it's going to make it 10 times harder to get the spring unhooked. Oh, got it. What a disaster. Oh, man. Nope. Boy, I can't get it. Oh, not good. Not good. Hang on one second. All right, let's regroup. Let me get this off. This is such a mess. That's the first problem. Second problem is the springs were put in wrong. Thanks to whoever did it in the past. Oh, got it. Yeah, look at this, you guys. Look at what I'm working with. That's a spring. That is pretty nasty. Oh, this one's even better. Pretty nasty. So, after that's off, pull these brake shoes off. Oh my goodness. What a mess. Oh my gosh. Oh. Wow. Oh, I don't know. In 30 years of trucking, if I ever seen that much 90 weight. Oh, look at that, guys. Turned into grease. Wow. Unbelievable. What a mess. Look at this. Look at an entire handful of grease. I don't know why some of them guys wear gloves. Bunch of wusses. It's not how you work on these trucks. Alright, well, I'm going to wash up, clean up. Then we'll pull this axle, pull that hub. Look at that wheel seal. Okay, let's try to get this axle out. Oh, what a mess. Yeah, I've tried washing my hands, I don't know, 3 times. I guess they're not bad. I pull the axle. I pull the hub. Come on. All right. Okay, every one of these has a washer. Well, except that one. It's missing the washer. And I forgot to take that one off. And it's got this little cone. Got this little cone-shaped deal that holds that axle in. Kind of a wedge or a cone. And the way I've been taught to take them apart is hit it with a sledgehammer. It'll bounce out. And then you can take it apart. So hang tight. This better go in the garbage before I step in it. All right. Didn't go too bad. What a mess. That's why when wheel seals go, shouldn't wait. Do them right away. Because that could have been bad for somebody, some truck driver, side of the road with a fire. Okay, hang tight. Let's hit this thing. Don't mind my view. I got to hit it this way. I'm right-handed. Come on. Not yet. Not yet. Got a feeling this has been on there a while too. Okay. I'm gonna have to try to get some of them out. Not cooperating. Nope. Yeah, those have been on there a while. You can see where they've been pounded on in the past because there's not really any other way to do it. Man, that's some black, nasty grease getting all over my truck or floor. Let's get some oil on there. Come on, it'd be nice if they just popped out. When you take these apart every, normal amount of time, every few years, they come right out. But when they sit for a very long time, like we got going on here, they're stuck. Try it again. Let's move this around so you can see what we're doing. All right. Hopefully I won't hit you. I think we'll be okay. Oh, come on. I hear it moving. Whew. Sweating my tail end off. It is hot in here. They're not usually this stubborn. Wow. Gonna get a couple of them off. Come on. Wow, what a pain. Hey, we got one. Check it out, guys. See that? A little wedge, cone, whatever you want to call it. That's what holds it in there, so it can't pop out when you're driving. And we only got 8 more to get out. I guess that's not bad. That's one. Let's try this one. No, that one's tight. Tight. Huh. They're all pretty tight. Unfortunately, this is a hammer thing. This isn't any other way. Oh, there it goes. There it is. I got a feeling every one of these is going to be this way. Fight me to the bitter end. There's no other way to do it. No other way that I know of. Someone else has got some magic pill. Share it in the comments. Well, we're getting it. Once they stick out a little bit, you can. There it is. Get a little wiggle on them. Oh, the whole stud's coming. Why didn't that figure? I don't need the whole stud to come out. But at this point, I'll take it. I don't care. I can knock it off the stud later. Run the vise. Yep, I even got those studs. I know I do. So, all right, I'm going to pound on this. Get back with you when I get it off. Okay, guys. Well, it took about 2 days without a lot of work, heating, beating, stress. I finally got this axle out of here. Look at this. I had to cut off the studs with a torch. I had to cut the cone washers out because they would not come out. Just about ruined the axle, but these are getting replaced. Anyways, I'll just, it'll be fine for now. But yeah, look at that. I had to torch them off. I get new studs now. Got to get new cone washers. And gotta get this apart. So, I don't think it's been apart in a very long time. The axles are definitely worn. Check out how worn those are. Oh yeah, those are getting replaced. Pretty shined up. They'll work for now. But before we all right, you guys. Well, like one problem after the next we keep encountering. But I want to take this off, take the hub off. The outer nut, not tight. That's supposed to be tight, so that can't be good. But that might be why the seal went out. Hopefully it's not bad bearing and stuff, but it could be. It's not broken. There we go. In and out. So that's all supposed to be tight. All right, we almost got it here. Get this inner nut off. Pull this hub off. All right. Need some room. Come on. We got a wheel seal that's leaking. That's still holding on pretty good. Interesting. Looks like a unitized seal. That's why it's holding on. All right. Well, that's extra difficult. Gotta get that bearing out of there. We're not getting enough movement. Come on, there we go. Come on. Fighting me every way. There we go. Let's see. Oh, bearing looks good. Not pitted. Actually, the bearing looks new. I guess new whenever it was apart last. All right. There we go. Boy, for a wheel seal that's leaking, it sure was holding on. What a mess. Okay. Here's our wheel seal. Here's our inner bearing right there. There's our stem. It looks pretty good, actually. Seal surface looks good. Just needs some cleaning up. All right, let's get that out of here. Get my bar. Oh yeah, that's over here. Now, of course, we're going to have the same problem. We got to probably throw that down into a drum to hold it down. Just like my previous video. Let's see. Oh yeah, that bar's not going to work. Let me get my other bar. Hang tight. Okay, well, we had to throw this hub inside of this drum. Pull this wheel seal out. Get my other bar. Oh, there we are. Here's our wheel seal. Looks like an old National. We'll find out in a minute. Oh yeah, and there's our inner bearing. Uh-oh. Inner bearing don't look so good. Check this out. I don't know if you guys can see this. You see on the end of the roller right there, where it's all chewed up. That bearing is going to get replaced. For sure. Oh yeah, those are bad right there. Those rollers are real bad. So this is the problem with jobs like this. You take it apart and you figure out how many parts you need. But we're getting there. At least we got the seal out. Got the hub out. And track down some parts. We're going to get back with you. I got to take a ride into the town and go to Truck Pro. Get some parts. They're going to have everything. But you got to take the old ones and go through the process. So, all right, you go. Big Paul, we're back at it. Well, a couple days later, I had to go to Cleveland and get parts and go to 4 different parts stores to get all the stuff I needed. So let me show you what we got. Hang tight. There we are. Check this out. Had to get a new wheel seal. There's National wheel seal. No problem. Had to get a new inner. Where's the suit numbers? It's on here somewhere. Where it is, right there. Set 404, whatever. So the inner bearing, there's the inner bearing. Look how pitted that bearing is. No bueno. Race, same problem. Look at that race. Yeah, you can't run a race like that. Nope. It'll take that seal out. There's the old seal. I don't know why it leaks. but I'm sure the metal got in it and made a huge mess. So we had to get new wheel studs. 3 of them had to be replaced. Had to get some new axle studs, replace them. So here's the new bearing. Put the new race, obviously, in first. Put the wheel seal in. I didn't want to bore you with all that. So listen, we got a big mess here we got to clean up. Somehow, the shop is a disaster. What? Once you get everything out, oh my goodness, you look at that in its entirety, what a mess. Anyways, I'm going to get started here. I'm going to set a time lapse. I'm going to do a little scraping. That's completely unacceptable. And put it back together. Also, we got these new brake shoes, hardware kit. That's going on. New drums. These drums were so stuck, I literally cracked the drums. I'll show you that a little later, but oh, you can see the crack right there. Cracked them. Trying to pound them off. They've been on there a long time. They were all heat cracked, so that's no loss. But anyways, we're going to do that time lapse and get this thing scraped, cleaned up, start putting together. Good. All right, guys, we're back. I got this about as clean as I'm going to get it, and I'm going to put it together. Check it out. Good enough. This thing was a disaster. I scraped and scraped and sprayed and scraped. Terrible. Anyways, we're going to put it together now and put the hub on, put the brakes on. Then we're going to do that bushing over here, that bushing in that rear suspension. We're going to keep on going. Hope you guys can see good. There you go. Let's get it over here a little more. Like that. Okay. Now, don't laugh. I got the gloves on. It's Dr. Paul. Dr. Paul right now. This hub, I've washed my hands like 15 times today now. Yeah, I'm tired of it. So we're going to put this axle or this hub on and keep on assembling this. As soon as I get it out of there. My bar. All right. Just like all the other videos I showed you, we got to put some silicone on the axle stub to help seal any imperfections. And the way I've always been taught is it's a lubricant to get it up over the shoulder. Because silicone, well, it's pretty slippery. Use that good blue tacky. Right on the corner there. All the way around. And give it a little finger action and put it on. Always worked for me. Oh yeah, feels slippery to me. Get right on that edge. There we go. Okay, I like that. A little bit here I don't like. Wipe that off. Oh yeah, it's good to go. All right, put the hub on. Find all my parts. Oh yeah, here's my outer bearing, inner nut, lock washer, outer nut. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Slid right on, real nice. Now hold it up with this hand till get that bearing in here. Square it up. That way you're not wrenching on your seal in the back. You just put in. Ha ha. Good to go. All right. Now the one with the little bump sticking out goes on first. You can get it started. Come on. There it goes. Okay. Tighten that up. Just draw that hub on. Oh, get snug. All right, snugged up. Obviously tight. Back her off a little. Just a tad bit more. Right there. Oh yeah. Feels good. Yep. I think that's good. See how this lines up? Let's see. That's not lining up. And you flip it over, try it the other way. Come on. Oh, that one lined up perfect. Let's make sure. Oh yeah, lines up perfect. So there you go. Flip it over. Well, obviously someone didn't have the right size. Got the chisel mark. They all get the chisel mark. But not today. We got the right size. That was also probably why it wasn't tight. It's really hard to get a chisel way in here and tighten something up. This outer nut's got to be tight. I don't know how tight. Doesn't matter. What I do know is it's got to be tight. I'm going to leave that up to you. Hold on here. That's tight. All right. That feels good to me. I think it'll be just fine. Especially once there's oil in it. All right. I clean a couple things off here for the axle. Put the axle in, put the brakes on, and then we got to pound out this wheel stud. Busted. It's all busted off. And one more, right? Where'd it go? One here, and I think there's one right here. This one. This one's stripped out. The threads are pretty much gone to about halfway. So those two got to come out. That's all right. I wanted to put it on here first because I knew it was going to be hard to pound that out on the floor. So we weren't going to do that. All right, let's get this cleaned up. That's going to look too bad. All right. Four wheel this axle off. Give it a little spray. Little silicone. We'll be putting her back together. I put a scrape some of that. Then we got to take the grinder to this, take a few of them persuasion marks off. Guys, I didn't want to bore you, but I fought getting this axle out of that hub for 3 days. I had two of these cone washers right here. You see them cone washers? They slide right on here. And they were so seized onto the stud and the axle that I had to cut them off with a torch. And that was after many, many rounds of heating and beating and heating and beating. And I've had many trucks that had these cone washers. I've never had two. I got all the rest out but two. But those last two, you can actually see, I'll have to show you a close-up on it, where they have a ridge in them all the way around where they were pulled into this axle so tight for so long, they weren't coming out. So, that's why we have a torch. These aren't great, but they'll be okay. line's a little worn, but it'll live. Let's get this cleaned up. Okay. All right. This. Okay, we're getting there. Cleaning up's more of the work than anything. Scraping off the old silicone now. Gotta get this ready to go back on. All right. We're getting there. Well, almost there. A couple spots we got to grind off with the grinder, whether we want to or not. Make sure the air is turned on. We're good. All right. Man. Couple more. All right, what a marathon, guys. You don't want that peened over flange. Hold my axle out. Impeding the next round. So, time to lose these gloves. Put this together. Whew. Hate those things. All right, last spray. How clean is this getting at this point? All right. I hope that looks pretty good. All right. Spray this off. Oh yeah, that looks good. Just want to try to make the silicone stick if we can do that. Anyway, the fourth auto parts store, I want to give a shout out to H&H Auto Parts, Truck Parts, H&H Truck Parts in Valley View, Ohio. They actually gave me 3 of these, 1, 2, 3 wheels or axle studs. They didn't even have them in their stock for sale. I couldn't find them anywhere. I've been to my fourth truck parts store, which is hard to believe. And they had them in an axle. So they actually got a stud extractor, pulled out 3 studs and gave them to me, no charge. So if you ever need any parts in Valley View, Ohio, H&H Truck Parts. Can't beat them. Awesome guys. They sell transmissions, rear ends, new reman. They install. I didn't even know about them. I'd heard of them before, but now I know a lot, and I'm going to start using them. H&H Truck Parts. Okay, back to this. All right, now we're going to put some silicone on the axle. Join the 2 halves. Man, it is pouring rain outside right now. I'll tell you that. Unfortunately, we're going to give it the finger. As if it's the only way you get the stick good. Work our way around it real quick. We'll go pretty light because we don't need a lot. We'll put some on the axle too. I don't want to silicone in these new cone washers that I had stuck. I had to buy the cone washers. I had to buy the, well, I didn't buy the studs, but somehow in one trip I actually got everything, which is even almost harder to believe, but we got them, so we can get back here and get it put together, give you guys something to watch. I got to get this truck put together, all this assembled, so I can bring my yellow truck in, my Granite, and I got to put 8 new drive tires on that. So I'm going to set a time lapse, let you guys watch me do that when I do that, maybe later today and tomorrow. But my oldest son's going to help me too, so that's a lot of work, especially for an old guy. So, but we'll get her done. I'd rather do it myself than let anyone else touch my truck. I tell you that. Now we're going to back butter the axle. Get it ready to put in. Then we're going to mate the surfaces. All right, we're getting there. Well, obviously, I was just planning on taking this apart. I didn't know what I was going to find. Hard to believe I got broken wheel studs, broken axle studs. Brakes are junk. Drum, I had to break the drum, crack the drum, but it was junk just to get it off. So anybody that wants to start working on old trucks, don't get discouraged. Because I'm going to tell you right now, this is the way it is. Now, I, years ago, had old trucks, a lot of old trucks when I had a fleet of trucks on the road. And I'm expert on dating wheels and taking old trucks apart and hunting down the parts. But we used to run those trucks to make money back in the 90s and early 2000s. But you can't do that so much anymore. Get some more paper towels. Hang tight. Just brought some out yesterday. So we actually have paper towels in the shop, which we all know how rare that is. All right, guys, let's think about this. Wheel seal has changed. Bearing and race back here changed. Everything's put back together. This is tight. Axle's ready to go in. Then we're going to put the brakes on. Put the drum on. No, actually, we're going to put the axle in. Then we're going to put the wheel studs in next because we don't want the brakes in the way when we're pounding those in and out. So let's put it together. All right. Nasty. Every single thing that come off of this job has been black. I don't want to do that. My silicone board. Everything. Black, black grease. Nasty brake grease, road grime. All right, you gotta push that in. And tip it up a little. Oh, line it up. Pick it up. Turn the hub if you got it. Oh, there it goes. Turn the hub back a little. Oh, slide them babies in. Now, when you get it, give it a good push. All that silicone. Just make good contact. Man, this is nasty. My shop floor is going to be a mess for a while. Just from this job. Unbelievable. It is slimy, greasiest stuff I've dealt with in a long time. All right. I was able to get new cone washers. Look at them. Beautiful. I got 6. That's all they had. We're going to use all 6. And we're going to use the other. Carefully inspect the other 2 that I'm going to use. See what shape they're in. We're not using that one. We're not using that one. And we're not using that one. Oh boy. I mean, that one might be okay. Huh. I don't like it though. Might put that one in the vise and try to open it up a little bit. Let's see. This one is not great. So let's put the new ones on. Oh, look how nice those slide on. Nice and easy. Oh, hold on here. But before we do that, there's no way I can put them together without spraying these holes in these things with a little fluid film. I know you can use anti-seize, but sometimes I like this better. I don't know. All right, yeah, just about there. Okay. We're back. Let's get these brakes put on. Well, I pounded these studs in, but you saw it on the, what is it, time lapse, because I'm sure you didn't want to hear me just pound it on these studs. And as you've seen, it took a lot of effort. So, now we'll get on to the more fun stuff. Now that hub, doing an experiment. That hub I put anti-seize all the way around here because these drums were stuck. Now, I used to use anti-seize everywhere. But then I started using fluid film. And I've never had anything stick, ever. So we're going to do this hub in fluid film. And in the future when I take it apart, I'm going to take note on which one did a better job of keeping the drum from seizing to the aluminum hub, which is obviously two different metals, all that stuff. But anyways, it's got a good coat. I'm happy with that. We'll put the brakes on, then we put the drum on, then we're going to do this bushing. In that order. Alright. Put the brakes on. Gonna move the mess a little further away. Oh boy. This is going to require the floor scraper. I'll tell you that. These are pretty cool brake shoes, actually. Anyone who's done any brake shoes knows you got to pound that one little pin in, and whatever. This has got one welded in here, and it's open on one side, so you don't have to do all that. All right, so we lay them on the floor, facing each other. Get my hardware kit. Get the box out of the way. Get a box opener kit. Opener tool. Okay. Got everything we need. Some rollers. Look at these fancy rollers. Ooh. I'm going to get those with fluid film too. That one, they got anti-seize. So we're going to find out which works better. Give it a little time, find out. Alright, put these on. How I do it is I always put the big spring in first, and clean it off that big spring, like do it in there. So, like this, so they're connected, and then throw it up on here. Alright, sniffer it out. I always leave the rollers out at first, because like you see our problem already. We got to air the truck up because the brakes are set, and we got to bring them back to where they're not set because shoes won't go on this way. So we get the air this truck up. Okay, we're back. And air the truck up, release the brakes. That way the S-cam turns back and it's not in a full-on brake position. This way we can assemble it. So let's put these shoes on. What I do next, I'm going to put the rollers in, then the rear springs. These are a little different, but they're about the same. Anyways, fluid film, spray them. You guys probably hate this. That's fine. Don't even bother commenting if you hate it. But it's an experiment. I'm trying it. If you've got something bad to say about fluid film, I'd like to hear it. It's done. Mara, you spray this stuff on your battery terminals, right there, on your battery terminals. You will never see corrosion on those battery terminals. Impossible. Stuff's so good it cannot grow. That's all right. Cookie rollers. Just gotta pry the shoe down, slide them in. They sit in a groove. or whatever, ground spot. Still getting nasty black stuff on me everywhere I touch. This truck, this wheel seal was leaking for years. I wish I knew how long. See, this one's not going to cooperate yet. We're going to put the rear springs in. That way it'll hold it square. It wants to kick. I don't need to chase it. Put it all back on again. All right. Beginners. Springs always go this way. Don't put them on this way. Keep the hook out. You gotta think the brake drum's right here. You want the hook in, just like that. There we go. Grab onto them, stretch them in place. Not hard. There's probably a tool. Great. This is what we're gonna do. Tighten her up. And I know one thing, what would I do without vice grips? Alright. Oh boy, it's a pretty tough spring. Oh, the paint. Oh, smokes, the paint was holding it. They're all painted together. To break the paint loose. That might be a first. Oh. Thinking either I got weaker or these springs really got tough. Huh. Anyways, I don't know what it is. Let's see if this one's painted together. Yeah, I'm arm wrestling. It is. Holy smokes. Can't get it. Let's give it a paint persuader. You like this? I'll bet that got the paint. Try it again. Alright, let's try. Oh yeah. Got it. Alright guys, look at that. Make sure you go. Make sure those are in good. Sweet. Now we're going to put this other roller in because it can't go nowhere. Alright, let's see that right there. Right there. Come on. There it is. Right there. On the roller. Springs. That looks great. Let me bring you guys in and check it out. Get a light though so you can see something. And so we're going to put that drum on. Get this wheel buttoned up. Put the tires back on. Get ready for a bit of a ride. Let's go for a ride. Been working on this thing. It's been in the shop, ain't moved for a week. I don't like that. Alright guys, check this out. Check that out. Wheel seal's fixed. Wheel studs are fixed. Axle studs are fixed. Brakes are going to be new. Drums new. I'll put that on next. And then this part is done. Then we're going to move on to that bushing right there. See that fluid film? Put a nice layer on there. Okay. Hey guys, well we're about done with this brake job. I'm going to put this drum on, but I'm going to wait to put the wheels on because then we're going to focus on that bushing. They're not hard to do. So 10-15 minutes we could probably do that bushing. And then we're ready to put the wheels back on. But when I do all that, I'll do a time lapse and you can watch it because it's not real exciting putting on wheels. After that, we're going to back it out and maybe take it for a rip. Okay, well, brake's done. What an ordeal. 2 broken wheel studs. 3 broken, well, no, I had to cut 2 and the other one was messed up. Axle studs. Bad wheel seal, bad bearing, bad race. All inside of here. You want it to be right, it's the only way this is going to be right. So that's done. Just got to adjust the brakes once I put it all back together. But for now, we're going to take this apart. This thing's bad shape. But we're working our way around one at a time. All right, let's get started. All right. See if it'll come apart without any heat. Oh boy. Torch. Shut up. To turn them down. I don't like how tight that is. That means I gotta lower that other jack. We're bound up. Find out here in a second. We are definitely jacked up. Whoa, that might have been too far. I don't know. Let's take a look. One of the downsides, doing everything by yourself. But, oh yeah, that looks better actually. A little bit. torch off. I think we're good with that. Alright. I don't know about your torch, but when they turn down, they seem to always leak. And then it costs me $100 worth of gas for whatever, 10 minutes worth of heat. So this is a better bet. That's probably hot too. I'm not touching that. Oh yeah. Yeah. Had a few better days about 20 years ago. Look at that. Alright, so we gotta lower this down. We're up a little too high. You can see where these two aren't lining up. Let's lower that jack some more. See what we can do. Stick that pry bar in there. This thing lined up a little better. We get all the bushings. Whoa, that's come a lot. A lot more than I thought it was gonna. Let's see where that did. Oh man, looks perfect. Lined it almost. We'll have to do a little bit of manipulating. Gotta get these pieces out of there. Not all new. Wire wheel it all out. Right. Well, that one's thoroughly destroyed. Let's see. Jack this axle up a little more. I'm gonna pull that air one out. It is interesting. Go up a little bit. All right, this is a little bit. Checking it. Oh yeah, and I had a broken off wheel stud. Well, and the other two halves are still in my wheel. I gotta get out. Oh yeah, that's better. A little more. Just a little more. I think we'll have it. Oh yeah, boy, that was perfect. Perfection. All right, let's pull the inner rubbers out and get this thing ready to reinstall. Not hard. Hold it first. Oh yeah. Come right out. Looks like they were changed. It's not terribly long ago. Our alignment's good. The yoke looks good. I'll wire wheel that out, put it together. I'm sure you guys are hearing me hustle and bustle, but that's the way it goes when you work on these trucks and on your hands and knees, and up and down. Good enough. Good enough. All right. So like that. There's our bushing. Check that out. They give you the whole thing, all the bushings. New nut, new washers, new everything. New center, new inner, new outer. So that's great. So you start off by putting this in, just like you see it. You gotta go 1/2, and put the other half on. There you go. Half on. Oh, that's perfect. It's right there, look at that. I know I'll be taking it apart in the future, so a little bit of help. Future help. There we go. That baby in. These are meant to squish. Over here so you guys can watch me tighten this up. Alright. Got a nylock on the inside so it ain't coming off. And see, you got to draw these in till this touches there. That's going to squish them rubbers all over the place. But it won't hurt nothing because it fills up that gap real nice. Makes it nice and tight. Alright, there's my impact. And get my tools. Alright, we need this. And we need this. Tighten it up and then I'll be done. Just be ready to put the wheels on. Guys, doing pretty good here. Got a lot done today. It's all put back together. When you check this out, it's all back together now. New bushing in there. That whole yoke to ride on. Got one back there. All that I got left to do is put the wheels on. All right, y'all, it's Big Paul. There you have it. I got them. This wheel all put all back together. Look at me, I'm filthy. Look at me, head to toe. This was a lot of work today. I gotta say, I got the old drums right here. Look at it, busted up, split down.
destroyed. So now we basically got new brakes on this side of the truck. Got new all the new studs I needed, all the new axle studs. It's going to get ready to rain. Sure it will. Drums. Both the drums are new. Shoes are new on that wheel. And then all the other stuff we had to do on the inside. So probably going to take it for a ride later. Looking pretty good. But that wheel seal's fixed. And I got good brakes on one side. The other side, I got a little work to do. Hey, I just want to ask you guys to like and subscribe. Click that bell. Comment. I like it when you comment. And we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching all the way through, guys. Big Paul. Out.